Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF Collision or Hit. SummerSlam. Hi, everyone. Tony Schiavone, and Jim Ross. Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross, and Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross, and Montel Vertadius Porter here. And today on Collision or Hit, we got SummerSlam going on. And today we're going to see Drew McIntyre. Today we're going to see Drew McIntyre take on Cody Rhodes for the TWF heavyweight winnings. And a lot of folks might wonder how did it get here? Well, Drew McIntyre beat Gajora once, but he beat him again to have the right to go for the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings, Tony Schiavone says. Yes, he did, Jim Ross says, Tony Schiavone. Drew McIntyre got 2 wins over Gajora, and that's what gave him the right to fight Cody Rhodes here today on Collision or Hit SummerSlam, Jim Ross says. I tell you right now, right about this, Tony and Jim, we're bound to have a good show. And so we're going to go to it now. And I hope Drew McIntyre wins. Well, here comes Drew McIntyre coming to the ring now, folks. Now I'm going to be the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. And there's nothing that no one can do to stop me from winning it. Well, here comes Cody Rhodes in the ring now. Drew McIntyre, I think by now everyone is getting really sick of you bitching and ranting, and having riles with folks, to why you didn't win matches or you didn't win straps. You don't want to be held answerable for anything you say or do, and you want to guilt and shame it on everyone else. And everyone's had about enough of your shit. A lot of things don't always go right for folks. Sometimes in life things don't always go the way you want them to go. I had shit happen to me too. But you don't see me guilting and shaming everyone for why I didn't do all the things I want to do my first run in WWE, or my run in TNAW, or my run in NWA, or my run in NJPW, or my run in AW, or why all my 2 different run in WWE. Well, this match is for the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings. First, he is from Highland, Drew McIntyre, and he is the TWF heavyweight fighter from the 4-1 Reichs, Cody Rhodes. And Drew McIntyre just Claymore kicked down Cody Rhodes, the Vinlander Nightmare that came from the Vinlander Frith Middle, the TWF heavyweight fighter, Tony Schiavone says. Yeah, Jim Ross says, Drew McIntyre has been Future Shock DDT. Drew McIntyre has been guilting and shaming everyone, Jim Ross says, for why he didn't win all the matches he should have won, or won all the scraps in his 2 different in World Wrestling League, Jim Ross says. Yeah, Montel Vertadius Porter says, my 2 different in WWE's come to an end, and me and Bobby Lashley are going to go back to TNAW again. Montel Vertadius Porter says, do you think of that? But anyway, Cody Rhodes is in a bind right now, and Drew McIntyre is going to make that blood which someone drawed on Cody Rhodes' Lear true. Montel Ratavius Porter says. Well, Tony Schiavone says Drew McIntyre, I believe he came from Ollie's. He came from Ollie's is where he came from, Tony Schiavone says. He wanted to do it again. Oh, he truly thinks that he's going to get it won here. And now he's the women. Cody Rhodes. Mishap kick. Catastrophe kick. The Cody cutter. Here it comes. Round Street. On Drew McIntyre. Here we go. 1, 2, and Drew McIntyre just kicked out. And Drew McIntyre just knocked down Cody Rhodes. And then Drew McIntyre just took out the Fight Keeper. Oh. He just took out the Fight Keeper because he was pissed off that the first Fight Keeper, did not reckon one, for letting Cody, for almost reckoning 1, 2, 3 on him after Cody Rhodes, did, the catastrophe kick, the Cody cutter, and the round street on him. And we got no Fight Lord in the ring, Tony Schiavone says. We got no Fight Lord, no Fight Keeper in the ring, Tony Schiavone says. No, we don't, Jim Ross says. That's all Drew McIntyre's mistake because he took him out. Here comes. It's CM Punk. CM Punk just knocked out Drew McIntyre. And it did his elbow to him. So CM Punk has done his thing to get back at Drew McIntyre for what Drew McIntyre did to him and what Drew McIntyre did to him in WWE, and he did to God Jor in the TWF. And now we got Roman Reigns coming in the ring now. Roman Reigns, Overman struck Drew McIntyre. The takedown. And now we got a new Fight Lord in the ring now. Here we go. 1. And Cody Rhodes has now been back on him now. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner, and still the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. Cody Rhodes. Well, Cody Rhodes is still the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter, beating Drew McIntyre. Beating Drew McIntyre with the help of CM Punk and also with the help of Roman Reigns. And most likely, we know this will offshoot the Drew McIntyre CM Punk God Jora war that's been going on. But I want to know one thing, Montel Ratavius Porter says. I want to know one thing. Why did Roman Reigns help Cody Rhodes? I can understand CM Punk wanting to help, because him and Drew McIntyre got a war going on in WWE and a war going on here in the TWF. But why did Roman Reigns help Cody Rhodes for? Well, the only way we might know that answer is, the only way we're going to know that's my asking thing. Well, you're right, Montel. The only way we're going to know the answer to that asking thing is if we ask Roman Reigns himself, Tony Schiavone says. We kind of already know the answer to why CM Punk did what he did to Drew McIntyre, but not why Roman Reigns helped Cody Rhodes out. So now we're going to know. Alright, Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross. I'm going to be talking with Roman Reigns here today on Collision or Hit SummerSlam. Alright, first off, Roman Reigns, why did you come back and did what you did? First off, I did a lot of things wrong. For close to 3 years, both in WWE and TWF, as well as in the SMF. Shit, something in my eye. I did things wrong. I entrusted in my kin, my near kin, my friends, to fight all my wars for me. And sadly, I didn't give my kin any love or onlook. I didn't care about my kin. I didn't care or love or care onlook my kin or my friends. And that was my mistake. Alright? I kept coming out and asking everyone, welcome me, for about 3 years in WWE. And half of those 2 years in TWF and the SMF. But I'm going to tell you what, after Cody Rhodes, after I lost my TWF heavyweight winnings to Jack Sparrow, after I lost the SMF heavyweight winnings, and after I lost the WWE heavyweight winnings to Cody Rhodes and WWE, he opened my eyes. If you want to get on look, you got to give on look. And nowadays, the only foes I see are folks that are my kin, that are wronging me and others, and my friends. See, I made a big mistake of how I handled my friends and my kin. But now I'm atoning for those mistakes. And if some folks don't think that I'm cool anymore for atoning for my mistakes that I made at least 3 years ago in WWE, and this would have been at least about 3 years ago in the TWF and the FMF, well, I know I got a lot to make up for. How I mishandled Jason Uso and James Uso, how I mishandled, Sami Zayn, who wasn't even a kin follower, but I handled him all wrong. And then later on, how I handled my overseer, Paulie Dangerously, wrong. And Cody Rhodes was the one to let me know that sometimes you have to give onlook to get onlook. And you got to fight your own wars. And you can't entrust in your friends and your kin to always fight all your wars and all your, fights for you. So that's what I did. Alright? It might not be, that's the only answer that you're getting here. Well, I had my talk with Roman Reigns. Back to you, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. Back to you, Tony Schiavone and Jim Ross. Well, thank you, Mike, today for talking with Roman Reigns here today on Collision or Hit for SummerSlam. And that's all the time we got it for SummerSlam. Tony Schiavone, Jim Ross, and Montel Arcadius Porter. We hope you like Collision or Hit SummerSlam, and we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw, or Alone Day Night Raw.